Bonjour everyone. Oh, I came out here this morning. It's pretty early, as you can probably tell, just to take some physical distance from the house and the project and all the choices I feel I need to be making right now for our renovation project. And I thought I'd take you with me and just do a little sit-down chat that I haven't done in ages, and to be really honest with you, I feel I haven't done a proper video in ages. And I don't even know if you can hear me because I did not think of bringing my microphone. But yeah, as you know, we have been so busy finishing our kitchen. The thing that's been keeping me a little bit awake last night is the fact that our tomate floor, so the terracotta floor, is orange. When I see it, it feels orange. So I had this initial design for the kitchen 5 years ago. We've lived here for 5 years now, even a little more. And I wanted one of those concrete floors like we have in the cottage. And this was the initial plan for the kitchen, and it changed over time because we ended up living here permanently, which wasn't our plan initially. And then when we decided to use that huge space and make a really big family, warm, cozy, but spacious at the same time kitchen, I kind of changed a couple of things, and then I still wanted that concrete floor. Now we put that in the cottage, and it's absolutely beautiful. It makes the space really light. It gives you this instant holiday vibe. I love it. But you need to really clean it every day to keep it looking nice because it's white. And I just know that I won't be able to do that. So we needed to pick another floor, and I just kept getting this intuitive feeling that we needed to put in tomate because that is what would have traditionally been in a farmhouse like this, like ours. We'd already foreseen a specific height for the floor, for the cement floor, so we didn't have sufficient height for salvaged tomate because they're between 2 and 3 centimeters thick. So fortunately, we found a factory here locally that makes thinner ones, new ones. But then I've made a video about this. I'll link it up here or here. I never know where to point. It was wonderful craftsmanship, really, really wonderful. But she said, I cannot guarantee what exact color you have because that depends on the process and the day and the humidity and whatnot. So to be completely honest with you, I think we got tiles that are way more orange than what I was hoping for. What I'm feeling right now is I just have to make this work. I know I want it to match. I know it looks really authentic. I also love the warm energy that it gives to the space, but it's very orange. So yeah, I am going to think about a number of things because all the initial choices were based on that cement floor, béton ciré floor. But you take that out, you take a white floor out and you put in an orange floor, everything needs to change. So I don't know. Olav was like, I fully trust you. You always stress when things get closer to the final finishing stages, which is true because I've had this with the cottage, I've had this with the cabin. And he says, I know you'll always design something beautiful. In the end, you'll always make it work. And also, we've been extremely busy with a number of other things, just getting our cottage ready. So it recently opened. There's always so much to do in the garden in the spring. We have 2 children. You never see them on video because they don't want to be filmed. But, you know, we do have 2 kids. They both go to different schools because they aren't the same age. I do a lot of driving. And everything else. But I feel like the past 5 videos or so have just been about me doing laundry, cooking, and filming my garden, just because I know many of you are really looking forward to these weekly videos and that they are bringing you joy and peace. And so I want to keep putting things out. And yeah, now that I'm finally sitting down to talk to you, which I haven't done in a long time, I also want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, whether you're just watching this single video or whether you've been following us, whether you've been following us only since recently or maybe for years already. You will never know how much it means to both Olav and me to know that there's people out there that are following our journey, that are cheering us on, that leave comments to let us know they're watching and what they're thinking about it, even if they don't agree with choices. It gives me this feeling of being very connected with other human beings, and it also kind of reinforces my trust in humanity, that we're really all one. I don't know, I can't even find the words for this, but I've been pretty touched, probably like so many of you, with the events in our world, and I never talk about that on the channel, but I do feel that that's been very on my mind. I could say a number of things about this, but what I maybe best do now is share a beautiful poem with you that one of our guests shared with us this week, and it really describes exactly how I try to deal with all these things. So I hope you find that inspiring. I will leave you with that. It's all that I've got for you this week, and I really do hope to be back very soon with positive news about the kitchen renovation.
You have the right to remain silent. In a world crowded with sounds and buzzing with electronic signals, as endless waves of ringtones and alerts wash over you, and especially when everyone else is clamoring to be heard, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain still amidst the seemingly ceaseless swirl of the modern world, while an alarmingly overdeveloped to-do list shouts at you from your desk, and especially when everyone else is hurrying through ostensibly urgent yet often unimportant tasks. You have the right to remain still. You have the right to remain calm in the midst of a flood or virtual signals designed to incite artificial urgency. In the face of a tsunami of terrifying news about the state of our planet, and especially when everyone else seems consumed with worry about what our future may hold, you have the right to remain calm. Faced with so many compelling reasons to be anxious, overwhelmed, and hurried, indeed, precisely because there are so many reasons we could be anxious, overwhelmed, and hurried, we have the right to remain silent, still, and calm. To find a peaceful place at the center of the storm where we can go to be restored, so that we can return to the fray with renewed strength as a beacon of peace and presence, lighting the path to another way of being.